WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have Edradour straight from the cask, single cask. Cask number 167. Oh, by the way, look at this. This is really cool. Well done, well done. So this is a nice little pine cask, pine box, better said. Look here, dovetail. Very, very well done. Just hammered, nailed on here. I'm sure with a little bit of glue they put those on there. And so my main question at the beginning is, how much did I pay for this box that I will never need? Did I pay 2 euros, 5 euros, 10 euros, 20 euros for this little box here? It's a gimmick, but it's okay. So we have here Edradour 10 years old. 30th of June 30th, 2010, and bottled September 11th, 2020. 57.1% ABV. Cask number 167, basically for the German market. Whiskey base number 167773, and there was 897 bottles. So this is basically sold out over here in Germany, and yet there are hardly any references to it at Whiskey Base at the moment. Natural color, non-chilled filtered. Now the question of the day is, how much did I pay for this little 0.5 liter bottle? 72 euros 90. This is 150 euros per liter juice. Ouch. That's expensive. That's very expensive. That's more expensive than Glendronach 21 or 18 at the moment. Is it better than Glendronach 18 or 21? No. All right, so I am going to compare it. I just found something in my shelf that has exactly 57.1% as well, and it's a Kilkerran. Look at this. Jason has Kilkerran. This is the 8-year-old cask strength that Roy back then declared one of the best whiskeys ever. And I'm going to compare it to the Edradour. This is only 8 years old. This is 10 years old. This was cheaper, the Kilkerran. I don't have the price at the moment, but I think I paid, something like 69 euros for this as a 0.7 liter. Yay. So, on the nose, let's turn this around so you can see the label. A lot of sherry, a lot of a mixture for me of a Pedro Jimenez. No, it has some prunes, and it's not the oloroso. It's not that spicy type of moment. But what I'm also getting, and it's very unusual, is a type of cantaloupe, a type of honey melon behind that sherry mask. The 57.1% are very, very well done, very well integrated into the whiskey. Absolutely no burn whatsoever. All right, going over to Kilkerran. Oh, darker, dirty, a little bit more of a smoky type of barrel char, and a little bit more rough around the edges, but yet more of an invitation to say, come. It's a little bit more alluring. It's more say, come, try it again. Over here, it's like, well, you've had this before. You've had this. You'll have this again. All right, move on. Nothing here, nothing special here. Yes, it's a lot of sherry, but it's not something that's going to be like, hey, I had this wonderful whiskey, write home about it and tell everyone. No, this could be a write home and tell everyone about it whiskey. All right, 57.1, 57.1. 72 euros for 0.5, 69 euros for 0.7. There's a lot going on, and it's not all pleasant for me. So what I've learned is this whiskey is not at the optimal point with 57.1. If I take it down to about 52%, I'm going to get a much, much better whiskey. And I've argued, and I've written, and I've discussed with people online, because people say, Jason, do not recommend that distilleries put water in their whiskey. We want cask strength. And I'm saying, no, I don't want cask strength all the time. I want the best possible bottle that I can get. Now, I'm going to give an example. This little gimmick of a box is the perfect gift. So you go into a whiskey shop, you go into some type of specialist store, you go, oh, look, isn't that cute? Oh, I like this. This is good. Let's go buy this. And we buy it for daddy. Daddy is one of the people that normally drinks on a good day a Johnny Walker 15. That's the high class stuff for him. And you spent 75 euros, 72 euros, 70, 80 pounds in this wonderful bottle, great presentation, and you give it to him and he tries it and he goes, what's that? Oh no. And that's exactly what happened to me with I think it was actually either 10 or 22, I think it was a 22-year-old Dronach 105. Not Glendronach, Glenfarclas 105. At the very, very beginning, I had a Glenfarclas 105, 60%. I think it was even 22 years old. I bought a little tiny, I think 0.2 liter display sample bottle of that. I tried it, and it was like, oh, this is too hot. It's good. Oh, but it's too hot. Oh, it's good. And it did drive me away from whiskey for a few years. And I think this is exactly what would happen with this bottle as well. I dilute it down to 51%, let's say that, between 50 and 52. I smell it. It smells exactly the same for me. A tiny little bit more muted, but the normal person wouldn't actually realize it that much. And I try it. Mmm. 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 Look at my reaction. This is very, very good whiskey. Why was it not very, very good whiskey beforehand? Well, because it overwhelmed me. It was too strong for the average drinker. And I'm someone who's done I've done 1,800 videos so far with whiskey, and I know my stuff, and I'm still overwhelmed with 57.1% in that case. Pull it down to 101 Wild Turkey, around that range, and you're going to go, this is some good stuff. And that's exactly what I, as the consumer, wants. So you, as a geek, you want high proof. Now, there's two lies out there, and I'm going to be very, very clear about that. One, age is not the important factor. Older is not better. There's certain 4 years plus, 8 years plus for single malt, very, very good. But age is not, the older is not better. And the higher proof is not the better whiskey. Both of those lies, please, please do not believe them anymore. All right? Older is not better and higher proof is not better either. There's a sweet spot. And if you ask any of the master distillers in America, they're going to say 107 proof. And that's exactly what I want this to be. And unfortunately, it's not. Now, I'm going to contradict myself, and I'm going to drink this whiskey over here, the Kilkerran, 57.1. Just a tiny little cleansing of the palate. Wow, that's different and so much better. Without water, this is like a C minus, and with the water, it's a C plus plus, B minus minus. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of water in the Kilkerran. Going to try to take it down to the 50%, okay? It lost all its edge. It's muted, it's diluted, it's just not what it should be. And that's why I cannot say in general all whiskey should be 51%. But it depends on the whiskey. And this whiskey here, for me, is definitely a 51% whiskey. Yummy. Unfortunately, for me, it's unfortunate they filled it up at a cask strength because not everyone has the intelligence and also the knowledge to actually dilute it down to what you want to have. I didn't do it at the beginning, and I'm sure many people who receive this as a gift will not do it either. This, on the other hand, is perfect at 57.1. It's beautiful. It's astounding. It's amazing. This is wonderful, wonderful stuff. This is stuff Roy gushed about for months on his channel. And it just depends on the bottle and just depends on the thing. So that's why I'm not a big fan of saying always cask strength and never anything else. Trying to bottle the whiskey at the best possible drinking temperature, drinking proof, so that everyone can enjoy it if at all possible. All right, so I gave this a prize. I gave this a grade. Excuse me. With value for money, I'm going to actually be very, very harsh. So C minus for this whiskey, unless you put water in it, it's a C plus plus, B minus minus. And value for money, it's actually around the D plus mark. I do not see this being worth 150 euros per liter. No way, no way, no way. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please tell others. Your opinion. Hey, am I absolutely wrong on suggesting that not everything be bottled at cask strength barrel proof, but rather pick the range that is actually the best for the consumer? You geeks out there, buy your barrel proof whatever. But the things in a gift box, think about that. Gift box. This is something that we should think about the consumer more. Edradour, maybe you watch this, maybe you think about it, maybe you will consider this, especially for maybe have something else instead of straight from the cask, but rather have the gift box for someone else. All right, all the best for you. Whiskey Jason here. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, tell others, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.